Hello everyone, this is Joel with SB Reviews. So today we're going to be comparing this AEOCKY Air Purifier to this PUROAIR Air Purifier. We're going to be covering all different features, talking about the functionalities to see which one is actually worth it. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn on both of them. So I'm going to press that button there. They both have this really nice touchpad screen. PUROAIR, you can see all the functions that we have. So we have a lock setting button, we have a replace filter, we have a timer, an auto mode where we can adjust the fan speeds. Then when we look at the AEOCKY, it's pretty similar, but it has a more simple layout. So it has a lock button, it has a timer, speed adjustability, a reset filter, sleep button, and a timer. Also forgot to mention too that the PUROAIR has a sleep function as well. For the PUROAIR right now, we're on the lowest mode, so I'm gonna press that, which is actually pretty quiet. Then we're gonna go up a mode. That is the second mode. And then this is the third mode, the highest. And then this is the sleep mode. So it's still going to be pushing out that purified air, but it's going to be a lot quieter. And you can even adjust how long you want to run this for if you want to set up a timer. So we have 2 hours all the way up to 8 hours. And as you can see, you even get this indicator right here, this green indicator to tell you your air quality. So right now we're good. Now let's check out this AEOCKY. Let's see how many fan speeds there are. So this is the lowest. Then we're going to go up to the second one. And then it has an auto mode. So what I am noticing is that this has 2 main fan speeds and then an auto mode, but the PUROAIR has 3 fan speeds and an auto mode. But let's see how loud it is when I put it on the sleep mode. So the sleep mode is very quiet. I would say it's even quieter than the PUROAIR. You aren't even able to tell that it's on. And it even turns off the LED here, so it's not going to bother you while you sleep. And you also have a timer, so we press this. We can set it for 2 hours, 4 hours, and 8 hours. So it's just like the PUROAIR in that sense. And the sleep modes on both of these will turn off the LEDs. And they both have this lock feature where if you hold down on it, you can see here on the PUROAIR, I can't even change any of the settings unless I hold down on it again. And then for the AEOCKY, it's the same thing. So now I can't mess with any of the settings. Now let's actually compare them both side by side and see which one is the loudest on the lowest mode and the highest mode. So first up here is the AEOCKY. This is the lowest setting. Really quiet, you can barely tell that it's on. And then the PUROAIR. It's definitely louder. It's more noticeable. This is the highest on the AEOCKY. And then this is the highest on the PUROAIR. So there is a pretty drastic difference even if we go down to the second mode just to make it a little bit more fair. Seems like the second mode on here is still louder than the AEOCKY's highest mode. Now obviously both of these have a filter. For the AEOCKY, it's located on the back here and you can just take this panel off and you can access it on the back here. They actually give you a pre-filter that's washable in addition to this. So you can easily just take this out. And there's the back there. There's like these little charcoal pieces in here, but it's really easy to remove. And for the PUROAIR, you actually have to flip it upside down and then you turn this. Get access to the filter here. It's obviously a different shape. And I do think that the PUROAIR pushes out a lot more purified air compared to the AEOCKY. Just all that dust that is collected on it since I've gotten this thing. And I'll be honest, I just got this AEOCKY and I wanted to test out their features. It definitely seems that the PUROAIR is able to bring in more air and push it out more. So the fan is stronger. I even noticed that it even vibrates a little bit because the fan is much stronger. And for the AEOCKY, they said that the filter can last up to a year. This entire thing weighs about 6 pounds or 5.94 pounds. And then the filter for the PUROAIR will last around 6 to 12 months. And it weighs a little bit more at 7.3 pounds. So honestly, between these two, I would definitely say that the PUROAIR performs a lot better. Just because it has a stronger fan, it pushes out a lot more air, it seems, even though the listing says it pushes out less than the AEOCKY does. And the way that the filter is designed, it looks like it's going to be able to pick up a lot of things over time. And I did notice that the PUROAIR screen was easier to read when you're changing all the different functions compared to the AEOCKY. And the overall quality seems to be on the PUROAIR side as well. Now, of course, I'm just giving you guys all different features and my personal thoughts, so you have to make your own decision. But if I'm looking for an air purifier, I'm looking for something that can purify the most air in the fastest amount of time, something that's not too loud, which I mean, the AEOCKY seems to be quieter than the PUROAIR. But then again, there is a trade-off with that because since it is quieter, it's not pushing out as much air. So the PUROAIR definitely takes the cake for this one, if I had to choose between the two.